inilihim o hindi sinabi sa kanila ng kanilang mga kliyente. So in that instance, ang tingin natin dito is hindi responsable ang mga defense lawyers para sa ginagawa ng kliyente nila because he did it without the advice of counsel.
Isa rin po sa mga naipahayag ng punong mahistrado kahapon ay yung dahilan kung bakit hindi niya i-declare sa kanyang SALN itong mga dollar accounts, and he cited yung confidentiality under the law. Ano po ang masasabi ng mga abogado dito?
Ang tingin namin, ang strategiya niya dito ay humabol ng reasonable doubt, o at least mabagabag yung isip ng mga undecideds dun sa Senado. So, as far as reasonable doubt is concerned, it was a good strategy, hindi lang talaga lumipad.
Ang mga Basa Guidote ay nasa mga kasama ni Carmen and Ana Basa, naroon nasa press con pa rin to answer questions from members of media.
And the rest of the children, we were just happy kids, you know. Magpipinsan kasi kaming lahat eh. So, yung dun sa Lipanto, yung bahay na yon. So, nung time na yon, the house is my lola's house, but that's where they lived. And it was a big house. They had maids and drivers. And sa totoo lang, kami sa Libis, nung time na yon, it was a farm. May mga baboy kami, we grew up in a farm. May mga manok. My dad was planting vegetables. So, sanay kami sa buhay na gano'n. Kasi nga, it's a farm. We fed the pigs. We fed the chickens. And we used to collect eggs from the, So, sa amin, yun ang simple life. Kaya nga, nakakapaganta ka nga, pag sinasabi niyang, walang trabaho ang tatay ko, he's a farmer. Doesn't mean, that's a job. Yung mga magsasaka, not working hard, it's a job to provide for their family. And that's a job. So, and he provided very well for us. He disciplined us to become good, not hateful people. We're not hateful people. We don't know how to be hateful. We don't know how to, kaya mahirap sa amin ang hirap sa amin to respond to all this kasi hindi kami sanay sa ganito. Kami ang lived simple life. Kaming, living in a farm. People must know that it's not, hindi yun yung mansion. Silang nakatira sa growing up. But as far as yung si Chief Justice and si Renato, I don't know. I never saw their house. I never know how they live. So I can't say for sure if that's really how they lived. So I'm just saying that we are the ones who live simple. If you ever lived in a farm, we had a great life. There's nothing wrong with living in a farm. You don't have to live in a mansion to be happy. You don't have to have all of this material stuff to be happy. We were a happy family. My dad raised us and my mom. 9 children. To be simple, caring, giving, loving, respectful people. So we don't know how to take all of this that we're being lodged against my dad. It's so, kung sino naman tao na, sorry. I'm trying to, masakit kasi yung mga nasabi. Kasi sa totoo lang, kung sino man dyan may tatay na mahal nyo, you would never want those things said about your dad or your parents or people you love. It's, why can't we just love one another? Why people have to be so hateful and so disrespectful? My dad couldn't even be here to defend himself. I think it's so unfair and foul, really, what he did to slander the good name of my father, who's got a great history of Jose Maria Basa. If people are not aware of his history, you can look at the history books of who Jose Maria Basa is. And my father wanted to carry that name and the legacy, and to smear that name is really hard to take. So, be that as it may, he he said what he said yesterday, and I just want people to know that if they knew my dad, they would see. There were many people who knew my dad from before. My dad always gave them lechon, chicken, things like that, because we were very giving people. So, anyway, I'm sorry. I just wanted to let you know that as far as a simple life, living in a farm is a simple life, and you can be happy like that.
Naging emotional kahapon, medyo emotional pa rin po ngayon dahil nga awayan pamilya ito. Professor Xiao, ito ba ay nasa kultura ng Pilipino? Marami bang ganitong nangyayari sa ating komunidad?
Oo naman, no, sa even in simple families, may mga nag-aaway talaga sa pamilya. Hindi naman perfecto itong mundong ito. Pero syempre, kapag ka mayayaman ang mga nag-aaway na pamilya, syempre, meron niyang kaakibat ng mga stakes, no? May mga lupa na pinag-uusapan. Of course, madugong ano yan, no? Natutuwa lang ako kasi she's saying na farmer yung kanyang father, no? Na at meron silang farm, no? Parang naalala ko sa Malolos Congress, lahat yung halos yung mga representatives doon, they listed themselves as farmers. Of course, they are farmers, but also they are landowners talaga. No? So the Basas are landowners. Mayayamang pamilya ito. In history, Jose Maria Basa was the one who distributed the Noli Me Tangere in Hong Kong. No? At mga ilustrado talaga itong pamilyang ito. They're old rich family.
Ayun, kaya sinabi nga ng isa sa kanila, I think it was Ana Basa, who said na nasa history books daw ang kanyang grandfather.
Patriotic, si Jose Maria Basa, no? But I don't think far from simple, ano? They're really known.
Okay. Papatay ni Trixie, ito siyempre, emosyon. Kahapon, emosyon.
Yes.
Itong kwento, external to the evidence on record, ano ang magiging epekto nito? Nabanggit ni Attorney Tranquil kanina, na kasama ito dun sa pagiging sui generis na political. So, pwedeng sabihin daw yun. Yun ang sabi ng defense kahapon. Rina.
Well, of course pwede. Kasi nga naging parang testimony before a grand jury ito. So, since gano'n na rin lang yung rules, anything goes, then anything goes then. Anything that he has said can also be taken against him. So, malaking risk yung ginagawa nila. Although, ang tingin natin dito, base dun sa aksyon nung nasa Sakdal kahapon, parang mga salita na ito ng isang tao na wala nang mawawala pa sa kanya.
Samantala ay I think ongoing pa rin itong briefing ng Pamilya Basa, kaya tumungo po muli tayo doon.
Information, but we told her this morning everything's going well. We just keep praying that the truth will come out. And all I could say is, wow, I wish we could settle this and get it over with. I'm sure everybody would like to see some closure and understanding. But we are so excited. I know I am especially excited to see and hope that this will change how the court system is going to perform in the future, because we really didn't have a chance when we had all those cases that was put against us and other families in this nation. So I just want to wish the country the best also.
Cara David from Channel 7, GMA 7. Sabi niyo kanina you want to move on from this issue and sana magka-find ng peace ang mag-asawang Corona. Ano ang dapat gawin ng mag-asawa na Corona para masettle na to at magkaroon na nga talaga kayo ng peace at maka-move on na kayo? What would they have to do?
Actually, sa totoo lang, yung sinabi ni CJ Corona about this family feud, he was right as far as matagal na itong nangyari. This was really between, actually, Cristina Corona's mother and my father. So, I think they're both gone already. It's time to let go. It's time to let go of, because they're gone. And we don't need to pass all the anger and the bitterness and the jealousies or whatever it was that Christina's mother, Asuncion, and my dad, whatever it is that they had between them. It's time to let go. That's the only way you can move on and have peace in your life. Life is so short. So short. We don't want to live the rest of our lives like this. That's why we want to we're not going to pass this on to the next generation.
Also, yesterday, the Chief Justice mentioned that he never said that he never used his influence in the BGI case. That's why hanggang ngayon nakabitin pa rin yung ongoing pa rin yung kaso. I mean, how do you react to this?
See, that's a hard one because it's implied when you see at a courthouse when Christina's testifying and I'm looking at the judge and he keeps looking at Christina and looking behind me and I'm like, who is he looking at? And lo and behold, I turn around and there's Chief Justice with two other guys beside him like this. And the judge keeps looking at him, looking at Christina. I'm like, and at that time, I didn't know who he was. Because when we left, I was still very young. So I didn't recognize him. And so I asked my mom, I said, who's that guy that the judge keeps looking at? And that's when my mom told me, that's Rene Corona. So there's a lot of things like that to me, it's just implied. A fax coming from the Malacanang office to our attorney, that our attorney actually asked, sino bang kalaban namin? So what are our chances with all of the cases that are pending when this is all implied? I mean, why would it come from Malacanang? You know, everywhere we go, everybody that has seen our files, our cases, and there's so many, and it's all filed by Cristina Corona. Every person that we've showed, attorneys, judges, I even met with an SEC commissioner. I covered the names, and I said, can you just explain to me why we are having so much difficulty getting this figured out? He looked through it. I still had my hands on the names. Oh, you have all the merits. I know. So tell me why. He said, call the secretary, bring all the files. And then I took my hands off. Ay, kaya pala. Malakas yung kalaban ninyo. And that's from an SEC commissioner. So again, what's our chances? If you have a case in court and you get that kind of a response, do you think you have a fighting chance?
Ma'am, good afternoon. Giro Sontag of DWIC. Which will satisfy your search for truth and justice? The conviction of Corona or a not guilty verdict? And can you explain your answers?
I just wanted to make sure that everybody understands that the Basa family, BGEI, not in a million years would we ever imagine that we would be part of an impeachment trial of a Chief Justice. The only reason we are here is because we were dragged into it when Chief Justice included BGEI in his Salon report.
The question is, which will satisfy the Basa family? His conviction or a not guilty verdict?
Yeah. I don't know about you, how you guys feel, but for me, the verdict, whether it's he's convicted or acquitted, it's up to the Senate judges. Okay? But, we just want justice And we want our cases to be heard based on merit and not outside influence. We just want to see results.
I think the family has already stated their answer, no? Baka enough na yun kasi for that particular question.
I could say you could probably answer that question yourselves because you know where we stand. And thank you.
Good afternoon, Stephanie Kiko from Silver.
Sa panel na ito ng BASA na natalo daw sila dahil merong impluensya. Ito tugon sa sagot ng isang reporter. Attorney Trixie, common ba to? Is this still a problem dun sa ating judicial system na talagang nai-impluensyahan at hindi nadidesisyonan on the merits ang mga kaso kung merong posisyon, merong kakilala na
Malakas
merong
daw, malakas.
pwedeng bumulong dun sa judge?
I won't deny that it happens. So, posible nangyayari nga ito at hindi ko kayang batikusin yung kaso nila kasi wala pa tayong personal knowledge doon. Ito lang ang mga on the record. May conviction for libel, ongoing yung estate proceedings, at ang sinasabi nila is doon sa isang kaso, malakas daw ang kalaban. If I were litigating that case, ilalagay ko on the record. Nandito, Your Honor, I would like to the court record to reflect that so-and-so is in the courtroom and then record his demeanor. So that pumapasok siya on the record. So even if years later, gusto nyong tirahin or i-reopen or gawan ng paraan para ma-revisit yung decision, it is on the record. Kung hindi nila nagawa iyon noon, reopening a case now becomes more of a convenience. Parang dati, di ba, parati natin tinatanong, how many motions for reconsideration are you willing to make? And do you wait for a new Supreme Court or a new judge or a new something to get a more favorable decision? It isn't so much a matter of influence as it is a matter also of finding the right conditions. So kung ganun, walang matatapos na kaso. So, does it happen? Yes. Did it happen in this case? We don't know.
Just one quick follow-up, Kathy. But they were saying na kapag na-desisyonan nito, yung lalaki sabi niya, he's hoping that it will improve the judicial system. Masasabi po ba natin na meron talagang epekto ang conviction or acquittal ni Chief Justice Corona sa buong sistema ng hudikatura?
Definitely, because ang naging issue dito is, for example, yung kanyang supposed midnight appointment. It was upheld by the Supreme Court, but it did not sit well pa rin with the people, di ba? So kahit paano, it nags at us, kasi parang hindi pa rin tama. So, that might be one thing na posibleng mag-improve. Yung isa is yung parang undue influence na between Malacanang and Supreme Court justices. That might also be something that we could be more vigilant as a result of this.
Alright, maraming salamat, Attorney Trixie Angeles at Professor Charles Chua at kanina kay Attorney Joey Bernabe na nagbigay sa atin ng kanyang legal perspective dito sa mga pangyayari kahapon at ngayon.
At ito nga ay magbabalik ang trial ng Biyernes at mukhang pinal na. At least nakikita na natin ang finish line. Kumbaga sa isang karera, natatanaw na po natin ang katapusan nitong makasaysayang impeachment trial ni Chief Justice Corona.
Kaya magbabalik po kami sa Biyernes para tunghayan na naman ang isang araw ng paglilitis dito sa Senado. Maraming salamat. At pero bago yan, meron pa tayong report mula sa ating mga kasama doon sa labas ng Senado. Antabayanan po natin yan habang she is getting ready. Just a quick recap, Mark, of what the BASAs read in their statement. Sinasabi nila na nalulungkot sila sa anilay naging pag-alipusta ng punong mahistrado sa kanilang ama. Ninakaw umano ng mga korona ang BGEI sa mga lehitimong may-ari nito at handa umano sila ipaglaban ito sa korte. Hindi daw sila pumunta sa Amerika para iwasan ang parusa sa kasong libel na inihain ng mga korona laban sa kanila at nais daw nila ang closure sa 30 taong hidwaan sa loob ng pamilya Basa.
Gusto ko lang banggitin yung nabanggit ng isa sa kanila na kasi ang allegation ni Chief Justice kahapon na itong pagkuha nitong Basa Gintote shares was in reaction to, ito daw si Jose Basa, kinuha niya yung parte ng nanay ni
Nanay ni
Cristina
Mrs. Corona.
dun sa Libis property. Ang sinasabi nito mga anak na ito ni Jose Basa na never was the name of that lady, yung nanay ni Cristina, ay naging kasama dun sa titulo nitong Libis property. At sinabi po niya na binayaran ng 25,000 ni Jose Basa from their mother yung mismong property sa Libis. Well, those are allegations din.
Kaya abangan po natin ang pagre-rest ng case ng depensa sa Biyernes. Sa Lunes po magbabalik sila para sa kanilang mga closing arguments at susundan po ito ng desisyon na ng mga senator judges. Lunes po yan o Martes. So yan po ang aabangan natin sa mga susunod na araw.
At nabanggit nga ni Attorney Trixie, hindi po daw official na statement ng IBP, yung nabanggit ni President Ron Libarios. Nag-aantabay pa rin po ang buong IBP sa kaganapan dito, pero ang sabi po, personal statement ng presidente ng IBP, kung hindi magpapakross, dapat na siyang mag-resign. Marami po sa atin nagsasabing ganun din. Pero kanya-kanya po tayo, magmasid po tayo, malapit na pong matapos ito makasaysayan na impeachment. Tumutok po kayo lagi dito sa Ang Paglilitis. Ako po si Attorney Marcus Rodas.
At ako naman po si Cathy San Gabriel. Hanggang Biyernes po muli. Maraming salamat at mabuhay Pilipinas.